So when I was young, I was always known as the quiet and shy kid. And it's not that I didn't have stuff to say or that I didn't want to say anything, it's that I couldn't bring myself to. And I didn't exactly know why this fear was so inhibiting in my life. And as COVID came, it got more inhibiting as being in a lockdown shut me down even more. I became more afraid of the judgment of what I would say when I talked to my peers, and so this caused me to just not say much at all. And a few months before entering high school, I got some answers as to why this was. I was diagnosed with social anxiety, and this new diagnosis brought a sense of relief because I had answers as to what was going on, but it also brought a sense of fear as to what that meant for me in the life ahead of me, as my goals in life all deal with speaking to people verbally. Whether it be my goal of working with children in the setting of psychiatry and learning, or my goal of making a change in the world for the communities that I'm a part of and what I care about. So in the ninth grade, last year, I joined the speech and debate team with some much needed encouragement from my best friend. And this is me at my very first competition with the team. And after all the hard work I put into my speech, I ultimately won nothing. And I was very defeated at this, but after a lot of encouragement from the other kids on the team and my wonderful coach, Miss Yulo, I kept going and I started to learn more about persuasive techniques and speech techniques. And now, after just 2 years and completing 2 full seasons of speech and debate, I've amassed a total of 13 awards in speech and debate amongst 3 categories. So this journey with speech and debate, not only did it give me a chance to share my ideas and communicate with my peers, but it also allowed me to realize just the power that words hold. And so I'm sure we've all heard the phrase that words have power. However, usually when this phrase is used, it's used in the context of harming people's life in a negative way and having a negative impact on them, typically in the form of bullying. However, I like to look at this phrase as words having the power to transform and grow your mindset and who you are as a person. As when I found my voice, it truly helped me to feel more confident in not only myself, but to feel confident in my abilities to talk to others and inspire them and share my ideas and communicate better with them. So when I use my voice, I like to advocate for the communities that I myself am a part of and talk about the injustices that I see within them and face towards them from other people. These include the LGBTQ+ community, women, youth, and public education. As when I look at each of these communities, I see issues within them and I want to talk about them and share those with the people around me. So there are many different forms of public speaking, and some might not be what people typically think of. One is storytelling, and this is common all across the globe amongst different cultures and religions. Whether it be sharing folk tales down generations or simply telling preschoolers a story at story time. Storytelling's main goal is usually to share a theme or a message to the audience. And then there's what most people typically think of, which is speech and poetry. Speech and poetry usually uses the use of speech techniques and figurative language to deliver an argument or message to the audience. And then there's presentations, which we typically see in a school or a business setting. Presentations typically are used to present a proposal or new idea or even an assignment to a group of people in the same organization or class. And then even just daily conversations are considered public speaking. Now, most people don't think this way, but the words that you share with others on a daily basis have a power to them. They influence that person that you're talking to in a way that sometimes some people don't understand. That's why it's very important to think about what you say and to use the opportunities that you have to share your ideas and communicate them with others. Each of these have 2 things in common. They share ideas and they form connections, and this can lead to transforming yourself. So it's not new knowledge that speaking shares ideas. That's usually the main goal that people have when they're speaking to others. They want to share what they believe and they want to share something, whether it be a joke or a deep belief that they hold. But where spoken language truly shines is forming connections with the people you're talking to. Whether you're talking to one person or you're talking to a whole group of people, when you're talking to them, there's the ability to not only hear the tone of voice, but to see their body language and take it in and use that to interpret what they're saying in either a positive or negative way. And this can truly change your mindset and your beliefs if you truly do listen to somebody else. So I remember the first time that I truly realized that in order to be my true self and put my thoughts out there, I would need to find my voice. It was in 6th grade, and I joined the Reading Bowl team at my middle school. And I met my librarian, Miss Bowen. She taught me a lot, and she immediately started letting me in 8th grade go to the library and kind of hide out in there and conduct practices for the team. And she was one of the first adults who truly saw me for who I was and what I believed. I remember this one conversation specifically we had though. We were talking about this book called Dress Coded, one of the Reading Bowl books for the 8th grade year. And in the book, this group of girls band together and they start to notice that they are all facing similar inequalities regarding the school's dress code. And so they start spanning out and they talk to other girls in their school and they realize that this isn't only an issue they're facing. It's an issue amongst all the girls in their school. So they take the stories from these girls and they form different protests and sit-ins and they use their voices to go to the administration and tell them the issues that they see with their school's dress code and what they want to see changed. And I remember Miss Bowen, she told me that one day she could see that being me. And my 8th grade self could not believe it because after COVID, I was completely shut down. I didn't really talk to many people except a few friends I already had pre-COVID. And with that, Miss Bowen, she inspired me and she empowered me to start making a change in my life and making a change about how I view the words I use with others. So it's very important to find your voice. Find the thing that you're passionate about or the things and use those to guide what you talk to other people about. When you have the opportunities to make a difference, do it. Don't wait and don't hide behind something that you're not. Because it's important to utilize your voice when you're talking with others because you never know who you might be talking to. So this is me in pre-K. This was my very first day of pre-K going into school. And I remember being so scared of what that meant for me. I was so scared of the judgment that I would face from my peers and what it meant that I wasn't going to see my siblings and my parents every day now. But now, after many years of working on myself and working on my speaking skills, I'm able to stand in front of crowds daily and stand in front of people and deliver speeches on what I care about and what I know to be true for myself and other people around me. So before I go, I want to leave you with this quote. When you lose a language, it is a major setback to everyone, because along with the language, you will also lose all of the poems, the stories, and the songs. And those are of immense importance to all of us as people. Anthony Aristar. So don't lose your voice before it's even found. Thank you.